So, welcome back to another video, guys. Welcome back. Just want to say thank you, guys, for tuning in, for watching the videos, them, you know. Um, you know, just thank you guys for all the support. It really motivates me to keep going, what I say, and continue to be consistent with dropping videos and everything like that. And I just want to say thank you all, for the support and everything. It really means a lot to me. So with that being said, guys, still don't forget to, subscribe same way. Subscribe. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Please like the video. It's totally free. It's free to like the video. You just show me on the support and it motivates me to keep going. So, it kind of push the algorithm to push me and all of them. So just remember to like the video, guys, and as I said before, subscribe, So today now, I want to get into it. So today now is just a video where, it's something where I kind of think about sometimes and I decide to say, I'm going to do a video about this. It's basically concepts that I've heard growing up, but I'm no longer succumb to them. So I'm outgrown those type of concepts, or I not necessarily believe in them anymore. So that's what the video is about today, guys. So with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so the first one, I'm gonna get into it. Now, I don't really want to make this thing too controversial, but I mean, everybody entitled to their own opinion. So, but the first one is God doesn't give a person, God doesn't give a person more than what them can give. So, that's the first concept, right? So, that concept now is a concept I'm always hear, I grow up, and even in a recent times when I hear too. God don't give a man more than what him can bear. And I agree with it to some extent, but also we don't agree with it because to me, if God not gonna give a man more than what him can bear, we would have cases where people are commit suicide. Right? Why people commit suicide? Because they go through something unbearable and them can't take it no more. So them just say death as an escape route to escape all of this pain and suffering. So it just simply means that it's more than what them can bear. Them can't take it no more. You know what I mean? So if God never give a man more than what him can bear, people would commit suicide. That's how I look on it. So I not really succumb to that type of belief anymore. You know what I say? But at the same time, people can argue and say, well, people can say, well, and I gotta make this happen to you. Right? And I gotta make this happen to you. Adjust the choices then when you're making a life. Make certain things happen to you. Because sometimes what we are going through in our life is a circumstance, is a reaction. But that is the thing when we do where sometimes kinda how I can say it now. I don't know how to say it. I don't really want to say contradicting, but it's a thing where if something bad happened to you, are the devil. But if something good happened to you, are God. No, if something bad happened to you in a life, right? Obviously then are the devil. So why you gonna say put God in a something where negatively affect you and say, well, God now gonna give me more than what I can bear. If something bad happen to you and you say God now gonna make it be more than what you can bear, obviously you're the devil then. Because God will make that happen to you. But you can argue and say, well, God will test you at times because at the end of the day, in the Bible, Job, the devil, the other to God said, the reason why Job so loyal to you is because he have everything. You know, him have everything to him comfort and him live a good life. But if we take all of that away from you, him a go question you and him a go he basically I got draw away from you. And God say, alright then, him give Lucifer the go ahead for tempt Job and take away everything from him. But with the exception say him can't kill him. Right? So Satan say, alright then cool. So him go, him kill all him pitney them, take all him riches, take out everything from him. But still Job never turned him back on God. And he proved Lucifer wrong. Say if Job lose all of that, him gonna be disloyal to God, but he never be disloyal to God despite everything when him lose. You know, and still he just say, God, why have you forsaken me? You know, why you make all of this happen? Swore I broke up on my skin, my wife dead, all of my people them dead. And in the end, when Job they remain loyal to God, God reward him 10 times more in the end. So you get more kids, you get another wife, 10 times richer than before, and you know what I said? And everything they go back to normal. You know, but can you say God was the reason for why that negative thing did happen to him? Because was it because them say God not give a man more than what him can bear. So at the end of the day, I guess it was enough what Job could have bear. You know, despite all of them things that were happening to him. But at the end of the day, in a nowadays society, right, we are all humans. How many of us can? Because everybody have a limit, you know. And you have a limit where your cup over full and you just can't take it no more. So everybody deal with stress and pressure differently. And I don't think humans are designed to bear stress. We break under pressure, we break under stress. I don't think we're designed to uphold stress, you know. So we go through that level of stress and depression. I feel like a lot of it would have break under that. But it very I don't know. God not give a man more than we can bear. At the end of the day, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like if something happened to you in a life and sometimes just the choice is like if you drive and you speed and you crash, right? You're crashing on one tree or you're crashing on one light post. You know what I say? At the end of the day, we can't blame God for that because you did a speed, right? Nobody never tell us if it speed. You are speed and you crash. So, you know, if whatever happen after that happen and you end up in a hospital or you know, you lose your vehicle and now you have to start the bus or taxi and you know, at the end of the day, you can't say you can't blame God for that. So sometimes we can understand the certain circumstances or our choices, but at the end of the day, when you go through your thing, people not look on it that way, the people just go tell you, say, boy, just hold it out here, man. Because yes, so God not give a man more than we can bear. You know what I say? So I don't know, I can go on and on and on in this. You know what I say? I can go on and on. But I really want to keep it sharp because I can see the two sides them to this. So it's something where you know I kind of succumb to it, but at the same time I don't succumb to it. So I don't know. So I can go on and on, but I'm gonna just leave it right there, so and just move on to the next one. So another one now where I do succumb to is this is my next one now. Wow, is here when we're going. Education is the key to success. No, education is the key to success. Yeah, this one now is I'm not succumb to this anymore.
Wake up to reality.
You know what I say? growing up, me used to think that education was the key to success. Like if you have a good education, you'll be successful. But when I get bigger now, I realize that education is not necessarily the key to success because there's a lot of educated people that are poor and middle class.
You serious?
You know, they're not necessarily successful, or I guess everybody have their own definition of success. I don't know. But they're not the type of success that I thought they would be. You know, so me not succumb to that anymore. Me feel like say financial education is the key to success. Right? Now what is success to you? As I say, everybody definition of success different. But success to me is financial freedom, wealth, you know, being rich, you know, having the time you can go where you want to go, when you want to go. So that is my definition of success. I know a lot of educated people where they will reach that level of success. And they're educated. So if education are the key to success and them educated, how them not successful and wealthy, you know? I don't see them a drive no luxury car. I don't see them a take helicopter or private jet. You know, me I say they're just like the regular civilian. If I get up and I go work every morning, right? So education and the key to success, yeah, I don't succumb to that anymore. I think that financial education is the key to success. You know, being financially educated, being financially literate, having good money management, you know, just have good money management skills. To me, that is the key to success. Because even yeah, people who are not so educated, and trust me, them have more money than the people that are educated.
You serious?
So it a show like it just a show you say something alright. What them been a tell with all these years when we are grow up. I not necessarily saw it go. It sound good on paper, but in a reality, when you actually go out there and experience life for yourself and you observe and you analyze things, you realize that, something alright about this. Something alright about this. You know what I'm saying? So education, to me, education is really the key to landing a good job and just having a stable income and just just living a decent middle class life. That is what education is the key to. You know what I say? So education is just the key to having a good paying job. Because that's the whole reason why people go back to school and get and further them education so they can get a good paying job. You know what I say? And just holding on to that job of security. And you know, you just work until you're 65 and then you reach retirement age and you can get pension. That is really what education is for, to learn a job. You know? If you want to be successful now, then you know you have to do something outside of the box. You have to think outside of the box. You can't do what you see the masses are do, because oftentimes when I realize with society is just blind, I lead blind. So blind, I lead blind. So you know what I say? So everybody just follow the trend. Nobody not stop for question anything. Them just see that and them just follow that because to them that's what they've been seeing when they grow up, and to them that is the way. So them just them just blind and lead blind and just follow the trend. So yeah, that is my take on it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and you can leave your thoughts below and just let me know what you want to think about that. The other one is no. Oh boy. Honesty is the best policy. No. The Bible did tell us speak the truth and cast it what it may will, and that lie is abomination unto the Lord. So we should speak the truth. We should. It's the right thing to do. But
You can't handle the truth.
in this society where we live in, it's very hard to be honest 100% of the time. Because if we be honest 100% of the time, it's gonna cause consequences. It's gonna cause people feelings to get hurt. It's gonna cause you to maybe lose your job. It gonna cause you for maybe not get the job. And there's gonna be a lot of repercussion of that, being honest. So honesty is the best policy and we should speak the truth. In this society where we're living in a sinful world, which means this world is not perfect. Only in a perfect world can you speak the truth 100% at a time. But in an imperfect world like this, where we are living in, where it's a sinful world and nobody's perfect, it's impossible for somebody to speak the truth 100% at a time. And is a thing where, let me give an example. Say you go on a job interview, right? You know, they're gonna ask you a couple questions. What is the desired salary? Why do you want this job? You know? And question like those. Now, everybody know why everybody want to work. Because they need money. And without money, you can't get the necessary things for human survival. Food, shelter, water, all of those things. You need money to access those basic things where human being need for survive. Now, you can't tell the person, say, oh, we just want a job because we need some money for pay my bills and my people them need to go to school and we want money for buy food and the landlord and not going to do so she want our money and need a job so I can't pay the landlord and so my people them go to school. You cannot say that. You can't say you want a job because you want money. You have to go say, give them some PR answer. You know, and say, well, you know, I really want this job because I think I can contribute greatly to this job. I'm a very hardworking person. I can work under pressure. I work well in a team. And I am a very goal-oriented person and I go above and beyond.
Stop the cap.
Now, maybe nothing to go so, or maybe some might true, but in that, I know say you drop 1 and 2 lie in there just to get the job. Now, if honesty is the best policy, why you don't just be 100% honest? And see if you're gonna get that job there. The liability of you getting that job is very low. So you cannot be honest. Everybody lie. To me, job interviews, this is my observation, job interviews are all based on how well you can lie to somebody and sell yourself to the person. How well you can lie and make yourself look good to the point where you can sell yourself to the person for the person to say, yes, I think this is the right candidate for this company or this business.
So we would need you to work nights and weekends, holidays, and be on call every day. Does that work for you?
Absolutely. That's exactly the type of position I was looking for anyway. So that works out great.
Perfect. Now we do pay our employees in Bitcoin. No exceptions, which means you wouldn't be getting an actual paycheck each month. Would this be a problem for you now or in the future?
Of course not. I'm not here for the money. I'm here for the experience and the opportunity. My bills can get paid another time.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. So when can you start?
I can start right now if you need me.
That's what job interviews are. How well you can lie to me to sell yourself to me. Right? So another example, you can be a drive. Police pull you over. Sir, were you wearing a seatbelt? Yes, officer, I was wearing my seatbelt. Well, the truth is you weren't wearing a seatbelt. So why you lie? Why you say, oh officer, you know, say yeah, but I just never feel like wearing my seatbelt to the car. You know, I just want to drive and feel free. You know, I'm gonna say that because you know say at the end of the day, you have to get a ticket. And maybe you don't even have gas to put in your car. So you can't afford a $5,000 ticket. No, you shouldn't wear your seatbelt because you shouldn't do the right thing. But I'm just give you an example. You're not going to tell the truth because you want to avoid the circumstances of the action there. That is why when you catch a child that do something wrong and you ask them, they're going to tell us another them because they don't want to get beaten. Right? Same thing with we as adults. When we get big, somebody asks you, you do this or you do that or whatever the case may be, you're going to say no and you. You know? Especially if you're in your job and you do something and it reach back to the boss or the supervisor or the manager and then come to you and ask you. You're going to play dumb. You're going to say, I don't know nothing about that. You know, I never have a part to play in that. Even when you did have a part to play in it. You're going to tell them, say, You never play a part in it because you can't afford to lose your job. You cannot afford to lose your job. So you have to lie up whatever it takes to protect yourself from keeping your job because your bills have to pay. You know what I say? So you can't afford to lose your job. It's the only source of income you have to depend on right now. So you have to tell life to get yourself out of the situation, even though you have something to do with whatever may happen. But we can't give many examples, but those are just a few examples of yes, honesty is the best policy, but in a world like this, it's very impossible to be 100% honest all the time. And we have to tell a lie. We have to protect somebody's feelings because you don't want to hurt a person's feelings, or you don't want to be the bad person, or as long as I forget the job, etc., etc., etc. So, I still succumb to this saying to some extent. Honesty is the best policy, but it's not the best policy all the time. It's not the best policy all the time. So, speak the truth, cause it what it may will, but it's not. Honesty is the best policy, not necessarily 100% all the time. It's not the best policy all the time. So, I can't go on and on with that one, yeah? But I gotta put right there, so I'll move on to the next one. So, the next one is this one is money doesn't bring happiness. No. This is one where maybe a lot of people can agree with me on. So money doesn't bring happiness. Well, where in fact money itself cannot give you happiness, but money can accommodate the things to make you happy. So if you always dream about traveling the world and maybe go skydiving or buying your dream car or whatever the case may be, money is going to be the avenue to facilitate all of that. You can get the money to travel the world, to go your dream country, Italy, Greece, France, wherever you want to go. Money is going to be the avenue to facilitate that, and that's going to make you happy. You know, you want to buy your dream car. Maybe your dream car is a Benz. Maybe it's a, I don't know, Range Rover, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini. Whatever your dream car is, a Bugatti. You know, money is going to be the avenue to facilitate that. And once you get that, you're happy. You know, so it doesn't itself give you happiness, but it's the avenue to accommodate your happiness. Right? And everybody have something what they want. Everybody have a bucket list what they want to do. So yeah, so everybody have a bucket list what they want to, you know, but they have some things, a list of things what they want to do. Or accomplish, you know, because we all have things we want to do in our life, you know. So, but at the same time, they do also have rich people who have problems too. So money doesn't mean that you have money and not have no problem. So some people will look and say, "Oh, the man the rich and him sad." Yeah. You know, if I did me like him, I would have time for sad, because the rich may have all the money in the world. But the truth is, rich people have problems too. They just maybe they have no financial problems, but they also have problems. It's just that when you have money, it solves 98% of your problems. The other 2% is just some other little things. Maybe you got through a death in the family, somebody you're really close to, or maybe you got through a divorce or something where they have nothing to do with money. You know what I say? But having money, 98% of your problems solved. For sure, you say majority of problems are financial related problems. So it doesn't mean some money I got solve once you have money, it got solve all 100% of your problem, you know, have a problem. In an imperfect world like this, that is impossible. But in a perfect world that can happen. You still have problems. It's just that the other 2% or whatever your problem is has nothing to do with money. So rich people do have problems too, and sometimes more money, more problems. because, you know, maybe a family member or a friend who you never talk to in years call you and I say, yo, what going on? Yeah, you know, a long time I didn't hear from you, man. You probably talk to the person they know over 5 years and all of a sudden them a call you now because they hear say you have little money and them a look something from you. And you know, so because if you don't know who real around you, so it's hard to have genuine, authentic friends. It's hard to find a woman who truly love you for you and not the money where you have. So it makes it harder for you to find genuine relationships. You know, man, so people who really genuinely care and love you and not for the money where you have. So that's why them say more money, more problems. But poor people have problems too. So everybody have problems, whether you're rich or you're poor, you still have got problems. You just have to just pick your hard, everything in life hard and there's pros and cons to everything. So you just have to just pick your lane and stick in it. So pick your hard and stick to it. Right? So you rather to be poor and happy or rich and happy or whatever the case may be. But everybody have problems. But to me, I think poor people have more problems because they have financial problem, they have this a problem, they have that a problem, they have all type of problem. And majority of poor people problem are financial related problems. Then they have money for buy food, then they have money for put gas in their car, then they have money for send them take them go to school, you know, all type of problems. But most of the problems them are financial related problems for poor people. But rich people have problems too. So not because you're rich means that all your problems them are gonna solve. You know, it's just that money solve majority of your problems. And so, you know, so yeah, so whether you're rich or you're poor, you have got problems. So you just pick which one you're rather, be poor or be rich. So we can go on and on with that one day, but I can move on to the next one now. So the next one is somebody out there are the worse than you. Now, I kinda understand where people are come from with this concept, but at the same time, we don't forget too complacent with this type of concept because at the end of the day, there's always somebody out there where the worse than you. Always. And there's always somebody out there the better than you. Now, people tend to tell people that because you maybe go through something in life and somebody I try to cheer you up and say, yo, you know, just look on the bright side, you know, it could be worse. Somebody out there the worse than you. You know, they must say it in one way, that's the want you to feel better about yourself. Now, as I stated before, there's always somebody who is doing better than you, and there's always somebody that does worse than you. Now, them say comparison is the stealer of all joy. So, you know, for compare yourself to others, but at the same time, when somebody are trying to cheer you or make you feel better about yourself, they will compare you with other people and I say somebody out there are the worse than you. But they told you that comparison is the stealer of all joy. Now, you see that now? It's the comparison, it's the stealer of all joy when the person is better than you. But when the person is the worse than you feel better about yourself. You see how that works? When the person is the worse than you have to feel better about yourself. But if the person is better than you, it's the stealer of all joy. Because the person is better than you and you're going to feel worse than yourself. So, to me, it's like we have to be careful of what we tell people because a lot of time we hear these things and growing up and we don't question it, we just take it and then pass it along to somebody else without even thinking about it or where this concept come from. Now I understand say you want to make the person feel better, but don't tell me say somebody out there the worst than me. So don't use that as a tool to say, oh, through the person they have do worse off than me, I feel better about myself. No. Because if somebody do better than me, it's going to be the stealer of joy because I'm going to feel worse than myself. So when the person do better than me, I feel bad. But when the person do worse than me, I feel good. So it's going to make you say, boy, I'm glad for which part I'm doing because I could have end up like that man. You know what I mean? Why you know you're not gonna do that with the person who do better than you? Because you're gonna feel bad about yourself. Right? So to me it's just, you know, be grateful for what you have in a life and be thankful for how far you come, but still strive to do more, because if you want to reach up yourself, but you just reach yourself, just be grateful so you make it to here so and continue to strive until you reach where you want to reach in life. You know what I say, but don't use somebody doing worse off than you to feel complacent about yourself. I don't really like that concept, because there's always people out there doing worse than you, and there's always people out there that's doing better than you. You know what I say? So if we are gonna live by the narrative, say comparison is the steal of all joy, make it straight across the board, whether the person is better than you or worse than you, not because the person is worse than you feel better about yourself and say, well, I'm glad to say, you know, because I could have been like that person. You know what I say? So I just think you just have to just be grateful and be thankful and just strive for more, because if you have more goals that you want to accomplish and you're not quite there yet, just continue work until you reach or accomplish that goal, while still being thankful and grateful for what you have accomplished so far. So just give thanks and say, God, I'm going to reach it for more, reach it in a life, but I'm glad for how far I come and I'm glad for what I achieve so far. But help me to achieve my ultimate goal, you know? So I don't like when people tell people, say, yo, you know, it's alright, man. It's like, you know, when I'm trying to cheer you up and they're going to tell you, say, somebody out there the worse than you. Like, that's supposed to make me feel better. Somebody always out there the worse than somebody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody at different stages of life. So somebody always gonna be out there that's doing worse than you, and there's always gonna be somebody out there that's doing better than you. So that's my take on that. Then there are just some concepts where those are just a list of some of the concepts that I'm here growing up and I just no longer succumb to. So you guys can tell me what you think about it. You know, leave it in the comments down below. So with that being said, we come to the end of the video, and I just want to say again thank you to everybody who support the channel and everything like that. And don't forget for continuing, for new people coming, subscribe to the video, and people like the video, please like the video. It's absolutely free of cost. Just like the video, support the video, and as I said before, subscribe, share the video. And with that being said, guys, until the next video, we're gone.